Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Sunday, bright and early. Daily discipline. Mind, body, and soul. This is how we get through. Set your mood right. We're going to jump into our study group for warriors. For my hardcore heads, some of you just want to sleep in. Go sleep in. Be lazy. Who needs you? Some of us are up. We're doing it. We're programming. We're moving forward in our lives. Even though it's Sunday, you say, Sky, it's a rest day. I got to rest. Go rest. You won't see me tomorrow. I'll be too far away because I'm moving forward today. You're just sitting there. Life's about choice. Some of us choose to program. If you want to level up in your life, if you want to move forward in your life, and you might need some help, you can contact me for coaching. I always put the link below. Put my website. Let's just jump into it. Decline isn't programmed into your DNA. It's your lifestyle that causes it. So a lot of people feel like there's physical decline that's just inevitable. I mean, I'm 54, and there's a lot of people that are even younger than me that have dedicated to just letting themselves slip away, and they blame Father Time. Oh, it's just the way it is when you get 42. I'm 45, and that's just the way it is. Getting fat and lazy and sloppy, and in my 20s, when I was 18, I was captain of the football team. I mean, there's so many people that just let themselves go, and then they blame biology, the world. You know, it's everybody's fault but theirs. They can't do nothing about it. That's an excuse you tell yourself. It's your laziness, your weakness. That's the bitch in you. Decline isn't programmed into your DNA. You're not going to find a part of your DNA that says, this is where you start declining. This is where you atrophy. And this goes for your physical strength as well as your mental strength. As you get older, especially if you're a drinker and a smoker, you will get stupid. Get dumber and dumber. You'll lose IQ points. Oh, you used to be so smart and snappy and now you're not? Well, it's your own damn fault. It's not your DNA. So, life's about choice, and you could choose a healthier lifestyle, and you could gain muscle instead of lose muscle when you're 65. You could be 70 and be shredded, completely ripped, where any little 25-year-old sees you and is just like, oh my God, look at that dude. Instead of you being some little old man with a walker or in a wheelchair, some little weak, feeble old loser. I know guys that are in their early 40s that are already turning into this. Look like little old men at 46. My dad was like that. I show you pictures of him, you'd think he's 70. No, that's what a 46-year-old man who doesn't take care of himself looks like. Let's move forward. Oh, you probably don't want my list of websites that help you do video editing. 11 Labs, you want that one? Runway ML, Pictory, VideoGen. I don't know why I'm reading that. It has nothing to do with our mind, body, and soul program, but that's on my list here. I was studying that stuff earlier in the week. If you're easily hurt, you'll have no self-respect. And a lot of people don't respect themselves. And it doesn't mean that you become some kind of Andrew Tate, I'm the best, although I don't see anything wrong with Andrew Tate talking about himself like that. I think that's a good thing, personally. But a lot of people are turned off by that. They don't want to become that kind of egomaniac, whatever. You can still have self-respect and become incredibly strong is the way to do it. You don't respect weakness, especially in yourself. You're ashamed of your own weakness. So become stronger mentally, physically, and you'll start gaining self-respect. You start respecting yourself more. And whatever anybody else says, it doesn't matter because you have self-respect. Their validation makes no difference. You don't need their validation. You validate yourself. And this kind of self-respect in a man is very attractive, and other people will start to respect you more. You may have respect issues. I did. And I wondered, why doesn't anybody treat me with respect? I don't ever get treated with respect. Like Rodney Dangerfield. I love Rodney Dangerfield. Well, you learn to respect yourself and others will respect you. That's kind of the way it works. You start to exude a certain persona that's worth respecting, that commands respect. You don't demand it, you command it. Part of that is your image. Part of it is your mentality. I mean, it all goes together. You could be a real solid dude, a real wise, solid guy, but if you look like a homeless bum, no one's going to take you serious. Met a dude the other day, didn't take him serious at all, and apparently, from what I'm told, he's a real righteous dude. Just by looking at him, I could not help but judge him because he had pink hair and piercings, and the guy's like my age. It's one thing if you're 22 and you look like that, and you're in your 50s or early 60s, whatever he was, and he has pink hair and piercings and shit, and I was just like, dude, I didn't say nothing to him. But I could tell he doesn't really respect himself. He's not putting himself together in a way that's worth respect. The greatest meaning and purpose in life is to be disciplined and responsible for your own well-being and the well-being of others. So helping people with a holy mindset of doing what's right is the key to a good life. Keep that in mind. Here's a question. Ponder this little thought experiment. And this one tricks me up. If you did a charitable deed and didn't get any recognition, would you stop doing it? Right? You really broke your back to help somebody out. Maybe you lent somebody a bunch of money. Who knows what it was? But you did a really big charitable deed. You didn't have to do it, and you did it. You helped out. And you got no thank you, no recognition, no validation, no award, nothing. Nobody even knows that you did it. A lot of people, myself included, would just be like, well, screw that. Go help somebody out, and they don't say thank you. They don't recognize that you're the one that helped them. They don't talk about you and say, yeah, man, if it wasn't for Sky, I'd be screwed right now. He came and picked me up at 3 a.m. and I was desperate and lost and whatever. They're acting like that they did it on their own, patting themselves on the back. Oh, you'd be mad. You'd be like, well, screw you. Call me again at that time. I'm not picking you. I'm just going to turn the phone right over, go right back to bed, cuddle with my baby. I'm not helping you, you ungrateful piece of shit. I think most people are this way. It's just interesting to think about, right? I mean, I could sit and get on my high horse and try to preach some lesson, but the smart people already understand where I'm going with that. We talked about that earlier in the week. I don't want to go into that. And this kind of continues what we mentioned a minute ago, but when you love God, when you have a relationship with a higher power, and I'm not going to tell you which version of God to worship. You know, I believe in one God, but there may be a few different ways that you can see it, right? A Christian way, a Jewish way, a Muslim way, whatever works for you, whatever floats your boat. But when you love God, you'll love yourself. It's hard to love yourself if you aren't first dedicated to loving God. You love God first, before yourself. And then you're able to live holy because of your love for God. You're able to develop some knowledge of self in that pursuit. And then you'll be able to love yourself. And when you can love yourself, a good woman will recognize this. There are some really good women out there who they won't touch a guy with a 10-foot pole if he doesn't love God first. If you don't love God openly first, your first love affair is with God. That's what matters first, is your relationship with God. You're not a man in her eyes. She won't have nothing to do with you. Here's some advice, trying to move forward on this path. Start with the unglorious and work your way up. Do all the dirty work, the lame stuff, the little stuff, the stuff nobody cares about, the stuff you won't get any recognition for. I clean my room. Yes, so what? But you got to start somewhere. You want to become, the next Elon Musk? Well, clean your room today. You got to start somewhere. Start with the unglorious stuff. Work your way up. You save the world tomorrow, but today you're going to clean up. Here's something that's really difficult for most everyone. Take personal responsibility for everything that you are, everything that you've been, and everything that you have done, everything that has happened to you. That's the one that people don't like. You were with me for a minute there, weren't you? And then when I said that last part, you're like, Sky, I didn't deserve that. How can I take responsibility for something I didn't even deserve? This guy cut my arm off, shot me in the back. I got betrayed, thrown off a bridge. I wasn't even doing anything. Oh, you have so many horrible things that have happened to you, so do I. I got the scars to prove it. But I tell you, when I did this, when I decided that I was going to take personal responsibility for every single aspect of my life, even the things that felt uncontrollable and out of my doing, the things that happened to me, I felt liberated. I finally felt a personal empowerment to move forward and to be the captain of my own ship. When the flood comes, you want to be the person who built an ark. And people are going to think you're crazy. Oh, he's a prepper. Preppers always look crazy. Stockpiling ammunition and dried food and all kinds of crap. And you're like, bro, I mean, Walmart is like right there, man. Well, I mean, the end is coming. And this is the interesting part of the Bible when they talk about the end times. There's always a flood coming. There's always an end of the world that's going to happen. The person you love the most is going to die. You're going to die. Everything is temporary. And you want to be ready. We'll end on this one. Let your old self die. Your old self no longer serves you. And you don't have to be angry as your old self dies. You can have a funeral for your old self and honor. Say some words. I love you, bro, but you're no longer the person that I need to move forward towards my greatness. You got me this far. Thank you. You did your job. Now you can go. I release you. You can even do this as a visualization. I don't know if you know about the blue room technique. It's a technique mainly used to separate ties, especially traumatic or overly attached ties with people from your past, an ex, for example, that you can't stop thinking about. But you could do this with the past version of self. So you can imagine that you're in a room, just a small room. And in walks you, an old version of you. He looks different. He might not look so good. The old version of me doesn't look so good. And instead of going over to him with a baseball bat saying, you ruined everything, you son of a bitch, why don't you give him a hug, give him a handshake, and be like, thanks, homie. You got me this far. I don't need you no more. You can go. I'll release you. You release the old version of you with loving kindness to the universe. Just offer it up. And then own who you are as you move forward. It's food for thought.